Hello there and welcome to a bit of Vampire the Masquerade Part 11, I believe. Today we're going to just wrap up some side quests and get everything sorted before we go into Chinatown and before I go away on holiday. This is the last bit I'm doing before I go away for Christmas, so that should be nice. So this is probably going to be a bit of a filler part, and I must admit I am in a bit of a rush because Dad's getting home from work in a well, he's getting ready to get home from work anyway, in a short while. So I like to get everything done as quickly as possible, so I can get ready to prepare his drinky poo. How nice! Now we have been tasked by the Nosferatu to place some cameras around the place. So. Okay, the password to the folder is Gil Bates. Okay. So, we're supposed to get to megahertz computing. Oh, right, he's left the key in my mailbox. I knew I should have checked it in the previous part. So, yeah. By the way, please send me your Q&As. Give me stuff to talk about in the videos. So I don't, so I've got something to talk about instead of just commenting on what's already happening. I was supposed to do some other news as well. Soldier Boy may face jail time for knockoff games console. This will be old news by the time you get it, but yeah, I saw Review Tape USA had pre-ordered it, and I don't exactly know what it is. I don't know if it's an emulating console, if it just runs knockoff games or whatever. But basically, it's a knockoff of a knockoff. It's like the Soldier Box or something. Soldier Boy, of course, being a musician. I don't know what kind of music he does. Rap, hip hop, pop stuff. I don't know. I don't follow the genres. I don't follow any music. If it's I don't even follow metal. I don't follow synth pop or anything else that I like. Or classical music. I suppose there's no need to follow it because it's all over now, isn't it? It's classic. It might be from the past. But yeah. Power up the power. See if we can break out of this room. No matter. We can go in the other way if there is another way. Eventually. So yeah, and I must admit, I'm all for the law punishing the unlawful, but I have to wonder why Soldier Boy's seeing jail time when there's that much bootleg shit out there and fake crap and God knows what, and yet no one else does. So I doubt it's going to lead to anything because right now all I've seen is just a threat of legal trouble. I don't know why I'm hacking. I knew the password. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're not doing the cameras here. That's in Hollywood. We're hacking the networks of the world, or rather Santa Monica anyway, and we're improving the Nosferatu network. So yeah, so that's that one done. So I've got to go to my email again. So yeah, so I really don't think that Soldier Boy is going to get into trouble. And if he does, I'd want to see, the police force is doing a bit more against other bootleg shit, and intellectual property theft and whatnot. Like Blizzard games are notorious for being having assets nicked and things like that. Nocturne Theatre, okay. No killing. I need you to set up a wireless cam. I'll send you the instructions. Break a leg. Okay, right. So, oh, hang on. Email, very quickly. 12, 13. Okay, so we are putting cameras all over the place. I'm sorry, I've only just come back 5 minutes from having a piss, and I've forgotten all the quests that we were doing. Yeah, so I've got to place cameras somewhere in one location in Hollywood for Imalia, the Cleopatra as they call her. I think Nosferatu ladies are called Cleopatras. Or that's like a slur that they use against people who are pretty and attractive and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I just completely forgot all my quest stuff. Speaking of Blizzard, I just as I'm opening my mouth, I was like, I'm not going to want to talk about this, am I? Hopefully this has been resolved and that these players have got something else to do. But they failed to... Blizzard Entertainment, the makers of... Well, for those who don't know, they're the guys who made World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, etc. Yeah, I'm going the right way, aren't I? I think so. I can't go through the front door. I'll have to go through the side entrance or the back way or something. So I'm going into the Nocturne Theatre. Anyway, Blizzard, in typical Blizzard fashion, had failed to communicate a change to something that was going on. They do something called Heroes League, or Heroes of the Dawn, which is their esports tournament for Heroes of the Storm, their MOBA. I'd honestly, I do like a bit of Heroes of the Storm. What I don't like is when Blizzard say that they're going to improve communication, and have been saying that since 2014, and haven't got anywhere near close to beginning to improve their communication. They haven't once attempted to do that. I mean, they sort of show like short bursts of life early on, but after that, it's all very secretive. There's no transparency. There's no communication whatsoever at that point. After that, I should say. So anyway, they decided to cancel their Heroes League and Heroes of the Storm, Heroes of the Dawn, and I think I'm going to go into the sewers for this. I'm sorry, I got to stop doing that. I'm going from one thing to another. I can't finish a freaking sentence. Right, let me start again. So, Blizzard Entertainment, the creators of Heroes of the Storm, the MOBA that uses Blizzard characters and whatnot, has been cancelled. So they've cancelled their esports event, Heroes of the Dawn, which guarantees a scholarship for like high school students to go to college and things like that. Like guarantees, like it's basically all the money for them to go to college, and they make sure that they can get the study and things like that. I need to go 3. Right, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where this is, so... Hang on. Back. Right, sorry about that, just trying to figure it out. Okay, so they, basically it's just like, it's actually quite a good program. And I didn't realise how big esports were. Because I've heard now from esports players that they weren't told about this change to the event, and that has resulted in them basically like losing a lot of money and like their livelihood essentially. I've heard from several esports players saying that they've left college, they've moved out from their own home to go elsewhere to play things like these, like the Overwatch League and like the Heroes of the Storm League and Hearthstone tournaments and whatnot. Again, this is fucking hell. No, my usual stealthy antics wouldn't work there. I have to find another way around. But that's okay though. We'll find a way around. save very quickly. So we've got to go up here. And again, this is where we were about to be executed. So, anyway, the esports players weren't told about this, that it was going to be cancelled. And they found out in the same way that everyone else in the world found out that this was going to be cancelled. And that there were the plans to develop... I was about to say Vampire the Masquerade then, unsurprisingly. Plans to develop Heroes of the Storm further had been cancelled, or at least delayed, I should say, till 2019. And Blizzard have since then gone into full damage control and have started pumping out tons of information in the hope that people will like them again. And to be fair, you know, maybe they've got some good plans. They said that it was they had to make many difficult decisions, or they had to make a difficult decision, but not really saying much more than that because, well, they are Blizzard and they don't like telling people what they're thinking or what they, you know, should know, especially if their life depends on it. Well, maybe that sounds a bit dramatic. You know, that their livelihood depends on it. That's their source of income. So I was a bit displeased to hear that. I mean, I'm glad that the game's continuing and whatnot, and it's true that devs that the World of Warcraft, the Heroes of the Storm devs have moved to different teams before. It's quite common that when Diablo has a dry season, the devs move on to other games. But the effect of that is not entirely, or at least noticeably visible, excuse me. Like, for example, apparently in Mists of Pandaria, the World of Warcraft expansion, all hands were on deck. They had pretty much like everyone from Diablo, they had everyone from StarCraft, they had everyone from Hearthstone working on the next expansion. We had the same patch for 14 months. The same raid, the same content for 14 months. And what came of that? One of the most infamous expansions in the game. So I've got to go all the way back to Santa Monica now, I think. Gotta go all the way back. Right, save again. So it really, to say that they're moving on to other projects, I'm not sure what they're going to do, because I don't know if it's even helped other games in the past. I'm not going to go as far as to say they're lazy or anything like that. They're incompetent. I mean, I'll do that on my other channel, Hex Therapy, but it doesn't really help that much. Now, I don't know what games they're working on. I'll be totally fair to them and say that I'm totally ignorant as to what they're going to be doing. But it'd be nice to know. It would have been even nicer for these esports players to be told months in advance, because from what I understand, it's not just that they stream, it's that they are salaried. They are paid by Blizzard to entertain potential millions, you know? And as well, that they want esports to have the glitz and glamour of, like, the NFL, like FIFA, like, I mean, football in the UK is a massive thing. It churns out money, like Billio. And yet they want that, but they don't want to really sort of treat the players like valued members of a team, because it's not just players here. It's not just streaming on Twitch. It's getting organisers. It's team managers. It's coaches. You've got announcers. You've got all these kind of people working on it. It's not just stream. It's not just a couple of people playing heroes and wanking off to Jaina Proudmoore. It's massive. It's a lot bigger than I ever expected, and if they want it to be a real sporting event, they're gonna have to put on the big boy pants and treat it like that. But I mean, this is quite a typical sign of Blizzard. Not Blizzard as such, but Blizzard Activision, is that they love their quick fixes. They love doing not the bare minimum, but they love doing enough to pass it off as enough, to pass it off as just fine. And that's upsetting to me. So yeah, I feel for the for these players. Now,
It's a nice night out, huh?
I will say this, that I think Blizzard are going to have to change this very quickly. In fact, I think the esports scene might have been rocked to its foundations, because quite a few teams, I think even Method, for those who don't know, Method is like the raiding guild in World of Warcraft. They're the biggest raiding guild in the game. They have a HOTS team, and even they voice displeasure, and that they've said that their skills will quite easily translate to other games like LoL and Dota. So I'm pretty sure that if Valve and Tryon, I think it's Tryon who do LoL, I think they would very much appreciate the publicity. So yeah, I mean, I will say that I will say, okay, fine, you know, maybe they shouldn't, you know, stick to one league and whatnot, but I don't know if that's how it works in other sports. I don't know if sportsmen play for you know, for various corporations and broadcasting studios and things like that, but that'd be quite interesting. So yeah, maybe they should have played LoL and Dota as well. But if you're kind of relying on this stuff to happen for you know, for your living, and you've not really sort of received any compensation for it, then I kind of think that's a bit poor, to be honest. But I don't know the inside, I don't know the internals enough to really comment on it, so I'm not going to go too far into it. I've focused a lot on it. For that, I apologise. Metalhead Industries in Hollywood, okay?
Need a ride?
So yeah, I apologise for just going on about it constantly. But yeah, I feel for people in the industry. I was saying before, people should be better unionised with the voice actors thing. Okay, you can't get into there. I'll have to go in through the sewers, I think, or the back door. I'm going to have to employ my magic stealth skills again. Oh boy. But let's see if we can get through the back first. I think that's the door. Save again. But yeah, I mean, it's alright saying unionise, but what bargaining power do they have? What do these players have? Oh, if we don't unionise, well, that's the asshole. We'll pull out. We'll go to Dota. Fine, you know? You know, Blizzard don't have to sort of, well, Blizzard Activision, they don't really have to respect that as such, you know. I mean, the thing is that publishers can get teams who will be eager to do this. We've already seen, like, we've seen recently how many studios have shut down on the regular. People are constantly being done out of, you know, a future in the games industry. You know, as soon as you can fire someone, you can find a load of people who would gladly continue the development of a game that the previous developer was working on. It's a really sad state of affairs. So yeah, it's alright saying unionise. I think that's a good idea, but I don't know if that's enough. And not to mention as well that quite a few people are scared of unions. I mean, in the UK, they're quite common from what I understand. They're like the post office and the NHS have like some of the biggest ones from what I understand. They're constantly on strike. Not constantly, but often on strike. You've got the rail workers. They're on strike quite often as well. And I'm sure that sounds pretty bad to people. But yeah, I really do want some more protection for these people, though. You know, don't just tell them on Twitter that, yeah, your job's fucked, you know? And publicly announce it, because that must be embarrassing for them as well. Imagine if anyone's job was just, like, if you were told over Twitter, yeah, by the way, you're fired. That wouldn't be very nice, would it? Right, I think I'm going to have to go through the sewers because I'm lost. I mean, if I'd also argue as well that because I've seen a couple of commentators saying like, you know, they should get a real job and whatnot. But I mean, I have to ask, what's a real job? What's a real job by their standards nowadays? Because like, it's no longer just about the 9 to 5. We've got all kinds of things. 0 hours contracts are a big thing in the UK now. Like YouTube, it's video production, it's sound engineering, it's writing, it's editing, there's performance, lots and lots of stuff. There's like those skills can carry over to TV shows, movies, behind the scenes stuff. I'm arsing about, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying that I could get a job doing all that kind of stuff, God no. But to say it's not a real job when people are working even longer than like the 9 to 5, I don't know, it's just a bit off to me. So go back and right. Hang on a second. I'm a fucking idiot. I mean, you knew that already, but the key is in my mailbox. I'm trying to break into this place, going into the sewers and God knows what. I'm sorry about this. This is just a really fill apart anyway. It's all just side quest. I mean, that's all we're gonna have time for now. The way I've dicked about. Christ almighty. Anyway, I do apologise for all this. But yeah, I do feel for the guys of Heroes who are going to be missing out on a potential college education, and I do feel for them when they're missing out on money. But hey, I mean, if someone wants to stick up for those poor publishers who, you know, who are crying their eyes out and after have only got a couple of $50 notes to wipe their eyes on, then that's fine. By all means, do. And no, I mean, sorry, I'm being a bit facetious here. There is certainly a defence, but even then I would say, like, look, why didn't you tell them just even a week in advance? You know, it's just common courtesy. I would hate to be told over Twitter that I'm fired for whatever reason, or that my workplace is done for. But I do hope that they land on their feet. I'm not going to keep on resenting Blizzard and whatnot. But yeah, I do hope. I do feel for those people who've maybe lost a career. But there are risks certainly to what we do, to what people do, or rather on the internet. When it comes to things like doing YouTube, if you rely on it. You know, you could be spending 14 hours a day on a video or whatever. You know, you're doing six days a week, 70-hour weeks, and God knows what. Yeah, I can understand it being quite tough. And it might not pay off in the end. Unfortunately, and I don't want to sound cruel when I say this, but you know, shit happens. Unfortunately, that is the defense I will give to Blizzard. That one defense is that shit happens. You know, they had to make a tough decision, but they're not really talking about the decision. Hopefully, more details come forward, but they didn't really bother to tell anyone exactly what these tough decisions were, other than it was tough and it was a decision. So yeah, I really do hope as well that the streamers don't find it too tough a decision to move on to a different, better game. But I'm focusing on this. I mean, I think the reason why I'm so up in arms about this is because of the communication. Because it's not surprising to me at all that Blizzard don't communicate. I mean, whether they listen to feedback. I mean, they say they listen, that they don't have to post in every thread on the forums in order to listen. And that's very true. Don't tell me I'm missing something else now. Alright, okay. Reload the save. But yeah, that's disappointing. Really disappointing. In terms of World of Warcraft, a bit of personal stuff now. I'm starting to get back into Argon, doing Mythics, only doing Mythic Zeros. We're only in a very casual guild. We've started doing Mythic 2 though, and we're slowly getting more confidence. The thing is that our guild is really for people who aren't fully committed to the game at all, you know, and it's sort of expected that it's a very laid-back environment for people who, you know, who have, you know, massive IRL commitments, you know, kids and spouses and you know, full-time jobs and whatnot. But yeah, to say that we've got into okay. But yeah, to say we've got fucking hell. To say we've got into Mythics so soon, and we've got as many people as we have, like we're doing full guild groups. It's not bad at all, because I don't think the guild has ever really done anything like this difficult. You know, like, and this is a massive leap in progress from an entire expansion in Legion where we could barely get a group together to do much of anything, you know, like sometimes we do Legion invasions to level up alts, and that was the most guild activity that there was together. But now we're starting to do regular island expedition runs. I've not tried heroic or mythic island expeditions yet. Can't remember what our cod piece, right? But yeah, we're slowly getting there. And to say we've done it so soon as well into the expansion, because a lot of people have sort of quit. Others are just leveling out. So there's lots of allied races to play. My next chosen one will be the Dark Iron Dwarves when I can get into Alliance again, or Magar Orc. Well, I don't know what class to play, because I love so many class race combinations. Like, I really want to play another Magar. I want to play the Magar Orc Priest. But I'm not sure if I'm that bothered. Dark Iron Dwarves I really want to play, but I want to play all of the classes. It's quite a long password. Safe. Very nice. So checking my passwords very quickly. Metal health will drive you mad. I do like Quiet Riot's. I don't know why that's unsafe. Anyway, actually, I think they replaced something else that was useful. Oh well, it might be useful to someone. Can't think who. So yes, I want to play all the Dark Iron Dwarf classes like Shaman, Paladin. Oh god, let me tell you now, when Zandalari Trolls come, Paladin. Yes, I can't wait to play that. So many people tell me, oh, it's not possible because of the law. The law. It is perfectly possible. Like, the War of the Thorns happened. Anything is possible. Burn the tree. Well, Teldrassil has really fertile soil, and we've already established that our orc troops are hugely hungry. They will never really be satisfied. Also, as well, growing things in Kalimdor is really hard. In the Warcraft RPG books, you have to take a DC check every 4 hours, because you might end up dying of thirst, and you use like 4 strength and dexterity. So yeah, growing things in Kalimdor is quite hard, and the orcs love their meat, and we can use the soil to experiment and things like that. No, burn the tree. The Night Elves have mages. They can teleport out of the burning of Teldrassil, and they will have plenty of survivors to kill us. Yeah, I'm just reading this very quickly. Oh yeah, this one's a big one. Okay. So this one's going to be quite tough. We're going to go to Chinatown for that. I'm going to stick around Hollywood for a little longer. Tell Velvet, whatever her name was, Velvet Velours, Velvet Velours, Velvet, that we've got the screenplay. Yeah. So that'll be good. Oh yeah. So So we could use. We could hold the characters in Teldrassil hostage, because if they get away during the burning of the tree, they'll come back and they will kill us with a vengeance. No, burn the tree. We could hold them hostage, and we could actually bring an end to the war. We would also have a means of securing the Azerite on Kalimdor. In fact, we'd own pretty much all of Kalimdor, and then we could take out the Draenei, who pretty much are basically just in a massive hole in the ground. So we could kill all of them, and they've got nowhere to escape to, and then that's one of their major races totally destroyed, and we've currently got another one on a leash. No, burn the tree. The tree, which, by the way, does not match the scale of... In the Warbringer shot, the tree, Teldrassil, does not match the scale of the video game or the lore, because the game is not to scale either. The game is a very heavily condensed version of what the World of Warcraft actually is in terms of size. For example, a day's ride from... it takes a day's ride to get from Thunderbluff to the edge of Mulgore, where the Tauren live.
Please, call me Vivi.
Vicarious Visions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I suppose I should just tear it up. But I can't. I can't without the fact that meant so. Here, would you?
Yeah, so like Teldrassil is like many miles away from the Dark Shore. Pompous Posier Toreador Crybaby.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks.
Are they?
So
Did you? It must have been difficult, but take some comfort in knowing if you hadn't,
I
someone
think
else
that's done.
would have
What
helped
else was I saying? Yeah, Dark
I
Shore.
do
Yeah,
appreciate
like
your help.
it's many miles away from Dark Shore, but in the Warbringer shore, the catapults just happen to reach. They just happen to reach
you. It's not allowed.
Teldrassil, and of course Teldrassil
Should be
just
enough
goes
to buy
up
yourself
in
something
flames
a bit more
instantly.
appropriate for a personal acquaintance
Throw a
of
match at a
yours.
tree. It won't set on fire immediately. You'd have to do a lot, and even then, the flame has to catch onto the wood. Yeah? Now, the thing is that there's been a lot of things. Now, if it was that easy... hang on.
Who's back?
I'm sorry about that, I don't know.
Couldn't stay away. Mm-hmm.
Does she have any more work for me? No? Okay, right. Okay, so that's pretty much all our quest done. Anyway. I've got any more XP? Yes, we have got quite a bit. Let's spend that. Teldrassil shouldn't have burned that quickly because, like, Deathwing, the Destroyer, had fire breath. And he could have burnt Teldrassil, but he didn't. What? But a catapult, like several catapults, that must have magically brought Teldrassil so much closer to Darkshore in order to hit them. And the Horde just goes, yup, we'll do that. And just burns the fucking tray. It's just astonishing. Yes, of course the law will allow Zandalari Paladins. After that shit show, I think so. Right, I need to go see him very quickly. The food critic. Oh yes. Well, if we're at the apartment first, I believe it will be. We'll go and do that right away. So yeah, don't tell me that the lore can't support something, because the Warbringer shot, the thing that made the current expansion in World of Warcraft happen, fucking happened, and there is just no way. Now, okay, I know that I'm looking at this purely from a real world point of view, I guess, that, you know, my autistic brain acts only on logic, so I overthink things, and I can't help that. But I just can't see this working any other way. You have to be willing to forget so much, or accept.
I heard something.
Just so much in the lore, in order for that to work. Yeah, this works if you forget that fucking Deathwing didn't exist. So if you forget that Deathwing existed, this works if. You know, if you... I'm just going to drain him so he doesn't see me. Because this technically...
Hey, hold on!
Oh, shit. Alright, kill him. Fuck. Because last time when you drain him, if you drain him, he's sort of hidden. Sorry, like, it doesn't count as like a stealth failure, so that's good. I need to place this other camera somewhere else, and don't say up her arse or something like that. But yeah, it's like it works if you forget that Teldrassil is significantly further away than in the Warbringer shot. It works if you forget Deathwing exists. It works if you do this and the other. Cleopatra, I should have remembered. I need to place one somewhere else. Bedroom, one in the kitchen. Right. Save again, just in case I get caught. Can't see me.
Hey, stop right there.
Wow. Ah, it's there. I put it on the floor. Okay. I missed that. So yeah, and I do look forward to Zandalari Paladins, because I enjoyed the idea that trolls could use the light. In Zul'Aman and Zul'Gurub, I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, troll lore is so malleable. You can do so many things, and I think they're a fantastic case as to why they should get a bit of a pass when it comes to lore. In fact, I think they're a great argument for having like individual names for things. So, for example, like a troll shaman who uses hex should just be called hex, but a dwarf should have it called like transformation or something like that. A troll warlock doesn't summon a demon. He doesn't use like some kind of demonic infusion. He uses like bad juju or something like that. So just change the names, and that's all I'm asking for. Keep the abilities exactly the same amongst the classes and races, but give them that unique name. And I think trolls, you can have really good fun with trolls like that. So yeah, like a Zandalari Paladin, instead of using Crusader Strike, they use lower smite or something like that. Instead of resurrection, they call it instead of like their resurrection spell, they call it like Bonsand's call or something like that. Judgment is like Rezan's Reach or something like that. Oh, wrong one, sorry. It's just an idea. But yeah, with how unique trolls are in that regard, I think they should have some unique lore. Or rather, not a unique lore, rather they should celebrate the unique lore. Tauren Paladin should be recognised as Sunwalkers, not just a Tauren Paladin. Same with, I don't know about dwarves, I think they have the same sort of views of the light as the humans. And I mean, gnomes are more like, gnome priests are more like medics anyway, they don't really... They sort of have this belief in the great cog in the sky. That's their heaven. Every mythos, every sort of race has their own mythos of heaven and hell and whatnot. So I think that should be celebrated in the game, and we should look into that more. Instead of just saying no, every warlock is the same, because troll warlocks are very different. Troll priests are very different to human priests.
Hey. Sure, whatever.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I haven't set up the cameras. Not doing too good today, am I? We've got 23 minutes, hang on. Let's go back to me. Okay, he's on his way home. Right, yeah, I've got plenty of time to prepare. Yeah, I like to get drinks and ashtrays ready. And soon I'll be ordering dinner. I'm going to try a new... takeaway place tonight. I hope it's good, because this is the last takeaway I can have before Christmas, unless I have one when I go to my mum's. So yeah, I really would like to see more class race combos in WoW, and like to see the lore as well fully explored and perhaps given a bit more respect. Don't tell me that a class can't be something. Sorry, a race can't be a certain class. They can. You can have a Night Elf Warlock. Granted, it would be very uncommon. There'd maybe like be one or two. But no, a lot of them do get corrupted. Ajara, maybe? I mean, I suppose she's more of a mage than anything, but yeah. Chad. It's more relevant now than it was ever before. Should I carry on with the cameras, or should I... Tell you what, no, let's try something different. I don't expect to do this quest, but let's have a bit of fun, shall we? This is a bit of a personal vlog and whatnot, so vlog.
Well, there, Sugarpuss.
A bit of.
I want to think about knocking next time I damn near blew your head off. Thought you might be a zombie.
You're gonna love this guy, and I think this is gonna be...
Name's Romero. I'm the caretaker here. Well, that is, I don't exactly keep people from getting in, although that is part of my job. No, you see, I'm here to make sure nothing gets out. See, it's like this. Every night around this time for the past, several months now, the dead have been getting up with an itch to stroll down Hollywood Boulevard. Nobody knows why, but they're working on it. Till they figured out they needed a volunteer to patch the problem, and I stepped forward. Problem temporarily solved. The Baron's happy. I get to shoot zombies.
So he's a ghoul.
And guarantee I get my blood from
or he's a blood bonded human.
I've carved out a nice niche here. Who knows? Vampire necro hoodoo, toxic waste, solar radiation. The important part is, they continue to rise up, and I get to put them down. Everybody's a winner. You're telling me. As far as I know, I'm the only person around Hollywood who considers marksmanship an art. A lot of the stiffs around here used to be asshole celebrities, too. Bonus. I love my job, what can I say? By the way, hey, you wouldn't be interested in watching the place while I go handle some business, would you? I'm not supposed to leave.
It looks like me when I'm trying to figure out the route in the
zombie
sewers.
Holocaust or something. Like one time these goths snuck in. Ooh, wasn't pretty. You know, I know you're technically dead and all, but god damn, you are one striking looking piece of ass. Where were you when you were still breathing, huh? I don't suppose you'd still be interested in a little.
Can I actually get out of this mission?
Business, right. I was thinking I'd head up to the strip and look for a dance partner for the old.
The old naughty tango.
But you're kind of giving me the hot. Want to save me a trip? Really? You will? Great. I'll just stay here and keep watch. Oh, and FYI, I like them a little, stacked. Appreciate it.
Wait. Oh, I see. You see, I've played a bloke before. So what this is normally like, it's a wave survival mode, but I think something's going to interrupt. So I decided to be his lady for the evening. I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Hate to be a pain in the ass, but the pants party started and no one's passed out the invitations.
So, sorry, what is it I need to do again? Oh, I see. I've got to bring him a lady. Oh, that's much better. I fucking hate this mission. Good, right, I can talk about this now. This mission is a pain in my fucking arsehole. The reason is because these zombies, right, they get up, like, they're constantly coming. Now, there's two gates. You've got that one there, and you've got one down there, right? You've got to watch them both, and you've got to stop the zombies hammering them. And it's such a because no matter what, you can have 10 seconds left on the clock, and no doubt by then or before then, you will have something just destroying them. You'll and you break the Masquerade as well. So you fuck the mission up one way or another, despite your best intentions. This is why this is the real reason why I've been going for this fucking unarmed combat, presence, potence, fucking stamina, because I need it for this one mission. I mean, there's more to it than that, obviously, but I hate this one so much. So I'm glad that I managed to get out of it by virtue of being a lass. So that's the kind of diversity I want in a video game, where I get more dialogue options. I'm happy for more things to be added, because then it means that I get more ways of doing things.
Can I interest you in a private dance? I've got something special in mind, just for you. Great. Now all I need from you is $100.
Now, is this a lady I'm going to hire to take back to him? I don't know what a C note is. Is that a cash note or something?
Yeah, gonna be a long night.
Yeah, anyway. I better find a hooker and fast. God almighty, this is like a new quest for me. How nice. That's 2 we've come up with recently. So yeah. I'm trying to think what else there is for me to talk about. Because I've spoken about World of Warcraft. Troll Lore, loving that. Haven't played much Divinity Original Sin 2 recently.
Looking for a date?
She doesn't look too happy.
Okay, I'll play along. Where's this friend of yours? Oh, no way am I going in there. What kind of freak are you? I don't know why I should believe you. Well, okay. But I'm gonna get really pissed if you turn out to be some psycho murderer.
I would be pissed off too. In fact, you know what? I'm probably going to take this lady there, and there's going to be zombies. And on top of killing the zombies, I've got to kill her because I've got to maintain the Masquerade. But I'll lose humanity. Do you crouch? No? Oh well. Let's see if we can get through here. Don't ask me why we're going through this crawl space and we're not going through the gates. Do I have to protect you? Oh god, I bet I've got to protect her while they're shagging. Wait a minute. Sorry, I thought that was the Paradox logo then. That sort of fossil. Anyway.
Hey, very nice. What can I give you for the assist?
Interesting. Yeah.
When you fire, keep your eyes on the target. Even
Love
after
this
you
fluff
shoot.
text. Love things like that.
Use this sight. That's what it's there for. And style doesn't count for jack if you can't hit anything. Keep that Glock to the side crap in the movies. Ah, would you look at the time? Me and girl here got some couch Olympics to compete in. So if you don't mind.
Of course, Romero. Have fun. Got out of doing some dirty deeds by doing some other dirty deeds. Dirt cheap. Probably said 1,000 times already, but Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap is a fantastic AC/DC album. Strongly recommend the song Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Finding AC/DC on YouTube is a bit tough though, unless you want the live versions. Saguaro Falls will make you wet. Oh so wet. Yes it will. Nothing in that. I think we've done just about most everything. Ah yes, gotta do something with the food critic. There we go. I'm pretty sure I had more stuff to do in the Lucky Star Hotel, but I can't really remember. Oh well, right, here we go.
More flatbread and olive oil. And take back the Chardonnay and open up a Chianti. Let it breathe for 20 minutes and then bring it out with a ziti. Okay?
I don't know what those words mean. This chicken is fucking raw!
Wanted to know what? Interrupt me while I'm working? Do you understand that this is an important opening, and I, emphasize I, am going to make or possibly break this restaurant?
Let's say fucking restaurant. That's the worst of that effect. I can't do a Ramsey.
Me, Tommy Flayton, the food authority of Los Angeles, food critic for the biggest paper on the West Coast, radio personality for the KTLK, Chower Hour. Maybe if I reviewed more Pancake Huts, you'd know me.
Will they ever do a Pikelet Hut? I wonder.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean. How so? You know, now that you mention it, the gnocchi was a bit cold, and the ravioli might have been store-bought. Also, the decorum's a bit lacking, isn't it? This place is just an overpriced cafeteria. No stars. Yes. I'm going to write a review that will destroy this restaurant.
So Prince LaCroix is looking to buy this place. However, oh yeah, they said they moved over here, didn't they? Seymour's coffee. Yeah. So, but he wants to buy it on the cheap. So he wants to take it off the owners and
hop in
and get a good price for it as well. Because business will be going down, and he'll step in and rescue them. And his own humanity will go up. Gonna check my emails now. And then that will be it, I think. Oh, there might be some more stuff I want to get done. I've got 10 minutes left. Oh, no, sorry, wrong way. I don't want to go to Chinatown and do that quest with the webcam for the Nosferatu, because that might take a while. That's going to take longer than 10 minutes. So yeah. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. I hope you've enjoyed as well my my little chat here about things that have been going on with me, and yeah, I'd like to do more of that. It's been nice. I recently read Mr. Flayton's scathing review of the Cavaletti Cafe in the Sun. I must tell you that I am extremely happy with his conclusions. You have done well. Please accept the payment I've left you in your mailbox. We will no doubt be seeing each other soon. Sebastian Lacroix. Hang on a second, just quickly check that. I know Mercury, I wanted me to check out some stuff with him, but I don't really need the hardware. He's got any $100. Nice. How much cash have I got now? $1,600. I don't know if there's anything I really want to buy with it. Quickly checking the pawn shop again. Finally doing something I said I would do many parts ago.
Thanks for coming back. What you need? Alright, here's what we got today.
I'll just offload some stuff as well. Excuse me. Fleshy ball, a weird and disgusting fleshy ball. I don't know what that does. No idea. It might have been used to distract the dogs earlier. Anything else I can sell? I got a fancy watch. I'll give you the fancy ring. Not even the Pearl of Dubai. Does he have anything besides ammunition? No. You know what would be really cool? You know what Vampire really needs, don't you? Flamethrowers. Oh yes. I just thought actually. I've just had this. I keep meaning to tell someone about this. Aerosolized holy water. Yes, really. That means then you don't chuck holy water, you spray it. And not like just like a spritzer, but it's even finer. So you spray that, and if you were to get that into like a vampire's face, that'd probably melt his face horribly. Ugh. Aerosolized holy water. Just a thought. Don't know if anyone wants to put that in their vampire game that they might be working on.
Going somewhere.
Like an it. This is battery acid, scumbag! Whatever he said, I can't remember. L. What are we looking for? What are we doing now? Chinatown. Load of bollocks. Hollywood. Chinatown. Becca has asked you to take out this. We need to find this like a smoke shop. Not doing that. I'll do that next time. I received the fetish. Need to find a book from the Giovanni mansion. That's later. Bertram Tongue. Bertram Tongue can. He wanted to see me. He sent me an email. He's got a proposition. He want me to find the CD that says Vampire is the greatest game that ever created, and that will do nicely. 6 minutes left. So that'll be good. Hopefully. Yeah. Just a thought.
I'm glad you're here. I've heard you've been up to quite a bit lately. Very interesting. I was hoping you could help me with something. A little bird said they spotted you down in the Warrens. Gonna be back there soon.
Oh, look at that smile.
I'm looking for a data CD. It was lost down there, supposedly. Find it for me, and I'll teach you a thing or two. Some stuff that could really come in handy for you, from the sound of things.
What kind of stuff?
Great. Go to the Warrens, then find the data CD. Don't bother asking around for it. I've already made a pest of myself about this. Just find it and bring it back. Excellent. Now listen up, fledgling. You might want to take notes.
Well, it's hacking. Okay, so you told me about computers. Didn't tell me much in the flavor text, unfortunately, but let's have a look. So my computer knowledge is now 4. I've got 6 hacking skill. That's pretty good. Thank you, Bertram. That's very much appreciated. And that allows me to save a lot of XP, which I can spend on something else that I would like to. 4 minus penalty to strength, reduced rate of attack, or I can go for potence. 5 seconds. Shaper doesn't really get any more interesting, really. That does, because it gives you like an extra 5% chance to mesmerize a target. Oh, it's so tempted to go for the presents again. These don't cost anymore. That's good. I may have to check that out before I dismiss it entirely. I think I'll go onto the wiki and read that out. I don't really need seduction this late in the game. I really do need, though, my combat skill, so I could really do with defense. So, brawl also determines how easily I feed on people as well. But that's already fine. Stamina. Prevents damage from bullets. I know there's going to be a lot of guns later on. I'm going to go for stamina. There. That was easy. Okay. Yeah, that was easy. I mean, that felt better, I should have said. That lampshade isn't made of people, so that's good. Let's find what other things are made of people. That person's made of people. That's not. That person's made of people. These aren't here. All of these. None of these. God, I'm bored. I've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So yeah, it's a shame. I feel quite bad now for having to sign off. Yeah, I've had a wonderful time talking to, I say you, but I don't know who's watching yet. Won't know until next year, perhaps. But yes, I will make it my business to upload all the missing parts. Say missing parts. Sorry, the additional parts once I get back from my holidays. I don't know what I'll be. I don't know if I'll be able to record the week after. Because my dad's got a week off. I shall check my calendar very quickly as I make my next move. So all our fares are wrapped up in Santa Monica. Downtown, we could go to the smoke shop. We could go to Hollywood and do the. Might be able to get that last camera in. And I don't know why I winked at the camera like that. I am a disturbing individual. Actually, oh right, okay, yes, it'll be New Year's. I might be able to get some recording done next week after Christmas. So on Christmas week.
Sorry.
And if I can, that'd be absolutely fist-fantastic. Fist-fantastic! There, you all deserve a Christmas fist-fantastic. I think I just used potence, which might be a criminal offence. Fuck. Oh, yeah, I failed the quest because I was noticed. Because I used potence stupidly. Oh, for fuck's sake, did I... Is it because I'm entering the building, not sneaking? Right. Go in sneaking. What? For fuck's sake. Right. I'm right on time as well. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do appreciate your patronage. I say patronage. I know you're viewing. Thank you ever so much, and I will see you again later. We will be going to Chinatown to wrap up our affairs. I can't be asked doing that model citizen thing. Can't be asked pissing about with that. Yeah, we will be dealing with Barabbas, who's gone missing. We need to speak to Ming Zhao at the Golden Temple, and we will also be dealing with the ShrekNet network there. Again, thank you ever so much. I hope you've had a Merry Christmas. Please send me your questions, because I get bored as shit just trying to find news and fucking it all up and ranting about it. And I don't think you really want to hear any more of my thoughts on World of Warcraft. So if you've got any questions you'd like to ask me, and please do. Thank you ever so much for watching, and you guys take care. Ta for now.